I'm gonna call the order, the meeting. So it's August 8th, 7 o'clock at the Bradley Community Building. Roll call of the board members.
Craig,
Here.
SoCal,
Here.
Beverly,
Number 3 is to discuss and or take action on the consent agenda. All items under this consent agenda will be heard consecutively unless opposition is presented, in which this case the consent items will be considered and discussed and appropriate action taken separately. The minutes from the July 11, 2023 meeting, paying of bills of PSO, all accounts, the rural water department, all accounts, the billing, Waste Connections, ONG, Nickel Dixon, and mowing. And then we have 2 purchase orders out right now. One was for the tree removal, and we have a purchase order for the swings at the park that are still opened. I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
What, okay, what was it about the tree?
Yeah. Just, it has an open PO, we just got it removed.
Well, I thought somebody cut it down.
Today, yeah, so, but when we had the meeting, it just means we had to pay them still, so we have an open purchase order to pay them.
Okay,
And thank you, Kevin, for getting it out of the play.
Yeah, I was wanting to know who did the first part of it, so we appreciate that, if that was you.
Yeah.
No worries.
Well, thank you so much. So I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
So roll call,
Craig,
yes.
Beverly,
Yes.
SoCal,
Yes.
Number 4 is to discuss and or take action on a computer, an all-in-one printer / scanner, and a shredder for the purpose of clerical use. So we're trying to change all of the documentation that's just laying in there into digital form. So you can't do that very well with a single fed scanner. So we're looking for a scanner that will slide more pages through. And there's some things up here that we've looked at. But I'm making a motion that we spend or set aside $1,000 to cover those things for clerical uses.
where will they go?
They'll be in the office down here.
Down
I need someone to, so I make a motion to do $1,000 for that. Are you gonna second that? or-
To buy a
Can we,
computer.
A computer, printer, scanner, and a shredder.
Can we do some free Wi-Fi?
I don't know about the Wi-Fi yet. We don't have any Wi-Fi here, so we've been using the hotspots on our telephones when we use it.
Okay.
And-
I have it now, I just,
Roll call,
Craig,
yes.
Beverly,
yes.
SoCal,
Yes.
Number 5 is to discuss and or take action on closing the American Exchange Bank in Lindsay. It was brought up before in other meetings, but it hasn't been taken care of yet. So meetings prior to when we were here, so we need to close that bank account and move the funds that are there into the Liberty National Bank. So I make a motion that we close the bank in Lindsay of the American Exchange Bank.
Second.
Roll call,
Craig,
yes.
Beverly,
Yes.
SoCal,
Yeah.
On number 6
You
is
gonna
to-
change it to Chick Shay?
Yeah, we already have the bank in Chickasha. They have one open in Lindsay too, that's not the same branch, so we wanna close that one and just have one bank for the town.
Is there any certain reason why you're gonna close that?
Cause we were just advised that we only need one bank account for the town, and it was already voted before I even came in to close that account, it just never got closed. So we just need to make sure we get it closed. So we have to have it on the minutes in order to go up there and close it with new members on the board. On number 6 is to discuss and or take action on filling the holes that are out here at the community center. We need to probably get some sand or dirt somewhere to get that
Somebody
taken
already
care of.
Always already built these out here.
The ones out front, there's one still on the side, did you get the big one that's over here? Yeah, there's several over here, that's what I'm saying, so I need to make sure we get those filled up too.
Since we're talking about the community center, I was gonna ask, have you done anything to get this ready to start renting out?
Waiting on the plumber, so Dee Dee's working on the plumber part.
We've talked to 2 plumbers, I'm fixing to try to get another one, cause you can't get nobody to,
You know, we had a plumber unhook that correctly. We paid a plumber to unhook it. It's not hooked up.
well, the gas in there, the
I mean,
leak.
to unhook the fryer. It's
Yeah,
Yes,
there's
yeah.
still a gas leak, when you turn on the gas, it
Was it
still
in
smells
here?
like
Was
gas
it-
in here.
was it in here or was it outside, the gas
The
station?
gas-
That's what we're trying to figure out. We don't know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can smell it when it's on, you can smell it,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was here that night.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we've come in before meetings to set things up and it still smells like gas, it's being turned back
It's
on.
always been like that.
So-
It's that stuff.
Yeah, so we
I mean,
just
I don't know
need
if
to
all
get
that
it
needs to be fixed, or what do they need to do to make it right, you know what I mean?
But you think there's nobody to come out here?
Talk to two of them. They put us on their list, is all they say, I'll put you on the list. I don't know how long their list is, but I mean, I
Know
mean,
what you mean.
you know, I mean,
I'll fill the other hole. I'll take care of
Do
it.
you have dirt and sand to do that with?
Sure.
I
And a
will.
shovel and a
I
5 gallon bucket.
appreciate that.
What are you saying?
He's
Said
gonna
I'll
fill the
that other
hole
hole.
Oh,
that's
okay.
over there on that side. There's two I know of on that side. I knew there were two up front.
Yeah, I'll take
Two
it.
up front, middle.
Okay, so in your name once again, I'm sorry,
Kevin.
Kevin. Okay, so I make a motion that we allow Kevin to help us out with filling the holes out in the community center. Roll call?
Craig,
Yes.
Beverly,
yes.
SoCal.
Yeah.
Number 7 is to discuss and or take action on Dean Beverly and Dean Sokol, being bonded with the Mullet and Hunter. So I guess we just need to make a motion for them to be bonded. Because neither one of you are bonded on the board, well, you're not, Dean, because you just got on, but Dean's not bonded either.
Are they signing checks?
They're going to be, yes. So they're gonna have to be bonded.
What does it
Should
cost to
only
be
be
bonded?
two.
It's $100 to be bonded. per
Each?
person. Yes.
Well, that ain't much.
So I make a motion that they
For
are.
what reason do you need more than 2 people to sign checks?
Well, in case somebody's not here, that way somebody else can sign a check, like Dean's around or
Most
somebody,
people are
you know, I mean.
And I think also you need to, ask your attorney about that consent order, because it's only for certain bills that you can do that.
Okay, he's approved everything that we've gotten on here, we send everything to him prior to. So I make a motion that we, get Dean Beverly and Dean Sokol bonded with Mullet and Hunter.
Second.
Craig,
Yes.
Beverly,
Yes.
SoCal.
Yeah.
On number 8 is to discuss and or take action on Dean Beverly and Dean Sokol being added to the Liberty National Bank account. Again, that's so that we can help if one member is gone, because we have a 2-party check system that has to be
So who
signed.
takes care, who has the checks?
Yeah.
I mean,
The clerk has the checks.
She does, okay.
Mhm. But it has to have 2 signatures on every check, so if I cannot be there to sign something, she can approach 2 other people. Okay?
Or for whatever reason I'm out, they're able to pay the bills.
I make a motion that we add Dean Beverly and Dean Semple to the Liberty National Bank.
Second.
Roll call?
Craig,
Yes.
Beverly,
Yes.
SoCal.
Yeah.
And
What was
then,
the reason of changing banks? Is this?
since I've been here, we've been with the Liberty National Bank. They just had an account in Lindsay as well in a different bank. And it's not, we don't use that bank account to write checks, to pay anything, so I'm not sure why we have the bank there. It was
Does
before me.
some of
so.
y'all have the bank accounts at Chickasha? Is that why y'all want to change?
I do not
or
have a
what?
bank account in Chickasha, no. That's where the bank account was already at, it's where the checks were already at prior to me coming in. Okay, so number 9 is to adjourn, so I make it a motion to adjourn the
Wait,
meeting.
wait.
We got
I'm
things to
Christians.
say.
Okay,
Can I?
yep.
The floor? Okay, I'm gonna stand up so everybody can hear me. I think everybody knows me. And what I'm gonna say is not to be hateful with anybody, but the community building is still closed, right? Okay, keep calling people to do that. That's the reason we're closed.
Yes.
That is the reason we have the building, is to have funerals.
Right.
Not have all of these little meetings. And I don't think anybody was around when it was bought. Mary was, and I was, and Bob Bannister. And Bob was the mayor, I think.
Yeah.
So, we need to get this done, get the building cleaned up, and get it done within
And get it open back
2 or
up
3
to be-
weeks.
we'll get a plumber as quick as we can. Like I said, Dee Dee's working on the
Well,
plumber.
have somebody call the other people. There's somebody, surely there's somebody, they'll give you an answer, Deanie.
Everybody we call, we just basically, I'll put you on the list, if they have no hands, nobody will work.
I understand that. Also, that was the reason why this building was, bought, is to have funerals.
Yes, I've attended several.
And does
church weddings,
anybody know when the building was bought, what year?
I can't remember what year, we had already moved over here.
Yeah.
And we moved over here in the end of '96, so it
Yes.
was after that.
You're right, it was
Because we helped tear
97,
the old one down.
97. And do you know who bought it? I know, but I'm not gonna say, because you think I'm prejudiced. And they bought the building, they bought table and chairs, this one married couple. Then the people helped clean this place up, because it used to be a church.
Yeah, we tore it down.
We don't wait until, I mean, I know that's the rules to have to wait and do things nowadays. But you guys need to nominate somebody in charge of this thing, instead of you two maybe doing it. And let a committee to help this person. And then go around and see what needs to be done. There's a lot of things needs to be
To get it
done.
back open, yes.
This old stove is nasty.
Yeah, the whole kitchen is, I understand.
Yes, the floor, and get rid of these things that don't work. Get them out of here so we can use it for funerals.
That's right.
I know my tone is,
No, you're fine, no, you're, I'm not
because
disagreeing
sometimes-
with you with any of this stuff,
sometimes
so.
my tone sounds hateful, and I don't mean to be. But we've got to get this building back open.
Well, it needs upkeep too, the hose packs.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying, honey. I think they could nominate some people to be in charge of this.
That's why we did the stove and everything, cause me and Juanita took Jay and Claudia to the city and we picked out that stove.
Yeah.
And the stuff back there,
Yeah,
so that we would have it here so we could open it and start doing it, yeah.
and, like I said, get rid of that
Yeah,
old
the
stuff
fryer.
that don't work and donate it to
Yeah.
something that can get it to
I'll
work.
have to check into all the legal stuff of that, but I'll do what I can. I'll find out what I need to get done for it.
Well, he's standing right
Well,
there.
I know
nominate
he's saying that,
somebody.
but you don't understand, if it's not on the agenda, we're not supposed to
You,
discuss it.
you
There's
got
no
Timmy
legal
in
thing,
right
so-
here on the
Right.
committee. They both know how to do stuff. I'm volunteering, you guys. But they can find somebody, surely some of these young people can help. And we got more young people that comes.
That's why more than one person had a key to the building, because it wasn't just ran by the board.
Right.
Because it's not the board's building. This is the
No.
town's building.
It was bought by individuals.
If
If you
somebody
needed the
could-
key, somebody would call whoever had one and, you know,
Well,
They
the
tell you
keys
to
are
go
still the
to.
same, so I don't know who still has keys, but they're still the
Right,
same
we
out there,
don't-
they're
right.
not been changed.
well, I
Oh,
don't have a
I
problem
have
with
handed
changing the
mine
lock.
in.
Yeah, I have yours.
I think we should change the locks.
Well, she
I think
had
they
planned on
should.
it,
It's
I
already
thought.
been-
Yeah, it's been approved, but we haven't changed the one to the community.
Also, when we do get it going, you need to have somebody in charge of the funerals, because these guys can't do it
Right.
all. I was in charge of them all these other 3 or 4 years. And they called the people in the community,
Yes, ma'am, we did.
and we need phone numbers of people that we don't have. I gave her
Yeah, I have the list.
the
that you
list,
gave me.
but we've got people around. I didn't have Fairdale's, and I didn't have,
No. it's for-
Jeff. Tell me your name.
You're not gonna help
And, but
us.
it's hard
Okay.
to run it by yourself and without any help.
I understand.
But
No, I took $100
when the
out of
funeral
my
comes,
purse plenty of
you've
times.
got to
for
have
every
more than
funeral.
2 or 3 people to
Plenty of
give.
times.
me and Mayor Sue has wore ourselves out, and Donna has. She's took off work. And so it's time for some of the young people to try to help. We were younger when we started. And like I say, me and Mary are tired. I can't handle being up here all day long. I've been up here since 8:30 to 4:30 or 5. And that is very hard to do. Because you gotta close the thing up, make sure it's clean. These tables have got to be scrubbed down before anything even happens. Me and Earl scrubbed them down before I was in charge of it, when I was in charge of it, because they were dirty. They're all gonna get dirty, no matter what.
Hasn't even been used in a year, not allowed to do it.
Well, they got to be cleaned. The whole chairs and everything, I don't know what's happened to our chairs, but some of them are gone.
Yeah, a lot of them are gone, if you remember.
I know,
Because they used to
we had 2 or 3 lines on both sides.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't loan your chairs out to people, individuals, or the tables, because that's when our stuff starts disappearing. And I don't know who got them, I don't know who used them, that wasn't run by me.
I've seen some over there in that, safety building over there that.
Yes, they
Okay.
stay in there. They stay in there.
All right, let's see, was there anything else I was gonna say?
No, I totally agree with you. But we got a problem, a lot of these young ones don't wanna do it, that's the problem, that's why. we
Well,
gotta
that's
get
why
in charge.
I'm announcing it,
Right,
we've got to have some help,
right.
but 3 of us doing it. And Judy Manka used to help a
Judy's
whole
really
lot.
good, but Judy is kind
Judy's not
of
good
sick
that
right
way.
now, isn't she?
Yeah, I think Judy is sick. And, but anyway, well, me and Mary both are. And, but anyway, I can help some. And we can show
We
those
definitely can
people.
come and ask questions. and get-
I
Yeah.
think that wouldn't be
We
a
can
bad
sh-
idea to put together a volunteer list of people who can come up here and spend some
You're
time.
gonna have to
That's
talk
what we
about
used to
it.
do, yeah.
You're gonna have to talk about
We used to
it.
have
I'm
some
semi-retired, I can come up here
Yeah,
once a week or
when
something.
this, that was something else I was gonna say. When this place was bought,
Do you need somebody to be here when the
volunteers
plumber
came in.
comes out or whatever? 'Cause I
they
know
painted
You gotta have a plumber do that, cause there'll be somebody
and
that's
all of that.
volunteer.
Of course, the carpet's been bought
Right.
since then. And like I said, I don't mean to be hateful, but that ice
Yeah.
machine needs to be a new one bought. Cause it is a headache to
We
break
can get a
ice in.
brick for that, can't we?
They have a lot of grants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what, how we got some of these
And
with the brick.
the reason I'm saying this, we need it done before we spend all of our money. I have no idea how much money we got in our kitty. I know at one time we had quite a bit, but I don't know.
It's not
Yeah.
bundled down, so.
Yeah, so, anyway, was I gonna say anything else, Earl? I reached to him for 2 days.
Okay, so we
But-
will work on getting the community center up and going and getting.
Yes,
communities
we've
of
got
some
to
sort
have
going.
it because Donna lost her mother-in-law. We couldn't have a
No,
funeral.
it's kind of a meal in here, like always.
Yeah. It
Was
was,
not
and
allowed to
the
come in
people-
here and
The town still needs it.
the people expect it that used to live here.
Yeah.
And the people that lives here now. And I'm embarrassed because when, what's his name's wife died?
Lester.
Lester.
Jackie.
I didn't know anything about
I
it
didn't
until
either, I
it
was
was
waiting
over
for you to
with.
call.
And we didn't do nothing for them
I know,
people.
right?
And they have lived here
yeah,
a long time.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. The toilet, we need a new toilet stool. That is nasty. What it is the paint's off the toilet. It's not dirty, because me and Donna and Mary Sue has tried to clean the thing, especially when we had elections. Of course, we've lost that part, but we have our meetings here. All of this needs to be done as soon as possible, not a month from now, but I know it takes time. Let's see, update the bathroom a little bit. Toilet paper holder, that thing is old. Update some stuff. Please. That's why we elected new officers, to help out and maybe get around. Okay? Anybody else?
Mary Sue on this.
No, she did my thing for me.
I have a question. And it's not just, it is a lot of people. Okay, he comes to every meeting. Do we pay him for driving down here to be the meeting, or?
We
how do
pay
y'all
a
him?
monthly fee.
How
We have a
much?
monthly fee that we have a contract with them, it's $1,200 that we pay a month. To cover all the legal stuff that we're doing and all the stuff that we're getting done, yes. So we send things to him, and that's one of the jobs, he comes to our meeting once a month.
I just was wondering,
Yeah,
because
it
he's
was
here.
in one, yeah.
I didn't know if we had to pay his,
Yeah, no, we
driving
have
time
a
or anything.
contract with Nickel Dixon, that's what we're doing right now to get everything set, squared away. Until the audit and everything's done, all that stuff is done, then we'll be. doing
So
something
we're through paying people from the past, everything's caught up now, we're good to go forward?
different.
Okay.
And we're waiting on the audit situation.
Did you pay Anita more than one time?
No, we paid her one time and that was it. She's only received one check from us.
Okay.
Also, after the meeting, if you wanna know who actually bought the building, you can ask me. Yeah, I don't know who done it.
It's just,
They
you know,
bought it out of their own
right.
pocket.
You don't
We'll
ever,
definitely make some changes and get the community building.
you
up.
don't ever ask for new business, so we have to jump in here when we can.
Yeah.
Isn't there a part where you can say
We
that before
can,
you
we'll start
adjourn?
putting one on there for there, yeah, we can
Okay.
start doing that on the agenda.
Cause everybody's wondering,
Well,
I just jumped in there.
I don't mean to be running anything, I don't want to run it, but I'm trying to light a fire.
Right.
Got it.
And if
You
you
did
guys have,
good, Pat, you did good.
if anybody has anything that you want the board to be able to discuss, you can send an email to the town of, or I think it's bradleyoklahoma@gmail.com. Or you can, I mean, I
You
don't
can
know if anybody
yeah,
knows
text
where I
her.
live. Yeah, you can text us, call us, and we can see what we
I
can
don't
do
even have your
because.
phone number. That's another thing, the phone numbers needs to be put on the door. Who can open the building? All of our phone numbers was put up there just automatically whenever
Yeah.
new officers was,
And
yeah.
I just, also about the sign out there, who told you to move it? Because I talked to all three of the big wigs, and they said, nobody said it, and they're not gonna doze there.
Yeah, they were.
They
They
came
waited for
and
you.
said
Yes,
that we
they
had
did.
to have
I
it
talked to them
moved,
this week.
yeah.
Well, I talked to that one out there, and Cody was right there in the truck with me, and he was real arrogant about it. He said, I'm gonna give you 1 week, then he started pushing off the bank with a dozer. He said, 'cause y'all's holding us up.
I talked to the construction company owner, the ODOT that's over it, and
Well, they came to us a while ago.
I talked to the
told us we gotta
supervisor,
get it moved.
ODOT supervisor.
I wanted to put it back the way it was, because the one down there.
Yeah, down there is a
I'll
loud.
put it back in the right place.
We put concrete back around it, and everybody wants to spend a stupid amount of money, it don't matter to me. I know what Royce Cottrell told me it's
This
gonna take.
building needs to be open first,
Yeah, it takes 40 yards of
Before
concrete
they-
at $180 a yard, y'all do the math.
before the fence around that
$10,000 for concrete.
Why?
playground.
No. Why? Does it
I
cost
mean, we
something?
talked about maybe having it brick, something, cause I mean, it still don't look good, but we can't concrete it, that's just, it's
Yeah.
not feasible, it's just a stupid amount of money
They
to waste.
went up.
I mean, it cost us $20,000 to do
Well, why didn't he at least try to make it look nice instead of look like it can blow open?
And it was supposed to
the
be
way
up
you
back
said
where
there.
it was at.
Right.
on the-
Yeah, it's up further than where
It's
it's
too
at.
low.
Well, we didn't change that, Royce, I don't know.
Royce put it where he wanted to.
Well, I guess, I don't know, I mean, he didn't talk to me
See?
about where it's gonna go, I didn't know it was set until after he called me and said,
Yeah.
hey, it's set.
Yeah, see, somebody should have been in charge of that.
Well, we thought he was gonna get hold of us before he said it, but he didn't, you know.
I know that happens, I know.
So,
Okay, so, 9 says adjourn, so I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
that second,
Roll call,
Craig,
yes.
Beverly,
yes.
SoCal.
Yeah.
I need to look at those printers and computers.